All right, so today we're diving into this world of AI, and it's getting seriously brain-like. You've heard of ChatGPT, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, imagine that. But
Sure.
on a whole other level, we're talking about large language models, LLMs, that are starting to process information in
Yeah.
ways that mirror our own brains.
It's fascinating. We're not just talking about AI mimicking human conversation anymore. Researchers are finding really striking similarities between how these LLMs operate and the way our brains process language. It makes you wonder, are these complex algorithms starting to think like us?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mind bender, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's even wilder is that the better these LMs get at language tasks, the more their internal workings resemble brain activity. We've got some cutting-edge research here straight from Nature Machine Intelligence that dives deep into this whole phenomenon.
Yeah. This study looked at 12 different LLMs, each progressively more advanced than the last. So it's like
Yeah.
charting the evolution of AI from its early stages to the
Yeah.
bleeding edge we see today.
Okay, so they've got this lineup of AI all-stars. But how do you even compare that to a brain? You can't just like
Yeah.
crack open a computer and an actual human skull
Listen.
and say, "Hey, look, they're the same."
Well, not exactly. They needed real brain data, and they got it from an unexpected source. Neurosurgical patients who already had electrodes implanted for treatment. It's important to note that this wasn't done for the study. These patients were already undergoing these procedures.
Oh, okay. So they had these patients listen to spoken language
Yeah.
while their brain activity was being recorded, and then they fed that same speech to the LLMs. It's like a brain to AI listening party. But instead of comparing notes on the music, they're comparing how they process language.
Precisely. And the question they were trying to answer was, could they predict the brain's response to a word based on how the LLM handled that same word? If the answer was yes, that would be a huge indicator that these systems are processing language in similar ways.
So, did they find a connection? Were the AI brains vibing with the human brains?
They did. And it gets even more interesting. The researchers found that as LLMs got better at language tasks, things like understanding context, generating text, answering questions, their internal representations, became more like the brain's responses. It's as if they're learning to think more like us as they improve.
Wait a minute, hold on. It's not just that they're getting better at spitting out human-sounding text. It's that the way they're processing language internally is starting to look more like what's happening in our brains. That's wild. I'm starting to feel like I need to take a break. Just let that sink in for a minute.
And there's another layer to this. Remember how these LLMs are built? With these complex layers of algorithms, well, the researchers discovered that the better an LLM was at language tasks, the more its layers mirrored the stages of language processing in the brain.
You're saying
Uh,
the structure of these LLMs starts to resemble the structure of our brains as they get better at understanding language. So it's not just about the outcome, it's about how they get there.
That's
It's
cute.
kind of blowing my mind right now.
It is pretty remarkable. Think about it this way. When we hear a word, our brains process it on multiple levels, from the basic sounds to the complex meaning, and even the emotional nuances. This study suggests that the best performing LLMs are organizing their processing in a similar way, with different layers handling different aspects of language.
So it's like they're evolving to become more like us, like in terms of how they handle language. And the closer they get to our way of processing information, the better they perform. It makes you wonder if there's some kind of optimal way to process language that both brains and AI are convergent on. I'm dying to know where this goes next. But I think we need to take a breath and let our listeners catch up before we get too far ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, it's like our brains have been holding on to these secrets of language processing, and these LLMs are finally starting to catch on. It's like there's this blueprint hidden within our own biology that could hold the key to unlock an even more powerful AI.
Okay, now my head is really spinning. If the key to super smart AI is already tucked away inside our brains, could we basically just copy-paste that structure into these LLMs and create something truly revolutionary?
Well, it's a tempting thought, isn't it? To think that we could reverse engineer the human brain and build AI that surpasses our own capabilities. But it's not quite that simple. The brain is an incredibly complex and dynamic system. We're only just beginning to understand the intricate interplay of neurons and electrical signals that give rise to thought and language.
So it's not just a matter of connecting the dots and saying, aha, this is how it works.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of mystery left to unravel
Mhm.
when it comes to the human brain.
Exactly. But this research gives us a tantalizing glimpse into the possibilities. What if we could design AI that learns and adapts in the same way our brains do? Imagine AI that can not only process information, but also understand the nuances of human emotion, creativity, and intuition.
Whoa, now you're talking about AI that could write a symphony or paint a masterpiece. We're not just talking about machines that can answer our questions or write our emails. This is AI that could potentially tap into the wellspring of human ingenuity.
Yeah, and think about the practical applications. AI that can truly understand human needs and emotions could revolutionize healthcare, education, and even the way we interact with technology in our daily lives.
Okay. I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. This isn't just about building smarter machines. It's about building machines that can connect with us on a deeper, more human level.
Precisely. This research is opening up entirely new avenues for exploring the relationship between artificial and biological intelligence. It suggests that there might be a kind of synergy between the way our brains work and the way we can design AI.
I can't help but think back to those early chatbots. Could barely string a sentence together. And now we're talking about AI that might be able to understand the complexities of a Shakespearean sonnet or the emotional depth of a Van Gogh painting.
It's remarkable progress, isn't it? And to think, we've only just scratched the surface of what might be possible.
So what's next? Where do we go from here? Do we just keep building bigger and more complex LLMs in the hopes that they'll eventually become as smart as us? Or is there another path?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? This research has given us a valuable clue, showing us that there might be a kind of brain-like architecture that could lead to more powerful AI, but there are still many unknowns.
It's almost like we've stumbled upon this hidden map, but we still need to figure out how to read it. There's a sense of excitement and mystery. That I find incredibly intriguing.
I agree, and it's important to remember that this is an ongoing journey of discovery as we continue to explore the workings of the human brain and the potential of AI. We're bound to encounter new challenges and breakthroughs along the way.
I have a feeling we're going to be revisiting this topic quite a bit in future episodes. As this field continues to evolve, it's clear that the future of AI is intertwined with our understanding of the human brain. But for now, I think we've given our listeners plenty to ponder. It's funny, we talk about AI becoming more human-like, but this research makes me wonder if maybe we've underestimated just how complex and amazing our own brains really are.
Oh, absolutely. The human brain is often described as the most complex structure in the known universe, and for good reason. Capable of incredible feats of learning, creativity, and problem solving.
It makes you think, if we're still trying to figure out how our own brains work, how can we possibly expect to build something that can truly replicate or even surpass them?
It's the paradox, isn't it? The more we learn about AI, the more we realize how much we still don't know about ourselves. But that's what makes this field so exciting. It's this constant process of discovery, pushing the boundaries of both technology and our understanding of the human mind.
So where does this all leave us? Are we on the verge of creating AI that can think and feel like humans? Or are we chasing a technological dream that might ultimately prove to be impossible?
I don't think anyone has a definitive answer to that question. But what we can say is that the pursuit of artificial intelligence is forcing us to confront some fundamental questions about what it means to be human. What are the qualities that make us unique? What is the nature of consciousness? These are questions that philosophers have been grappling with for centuries, and now they're becoming increasingly relevant in the realm of technology.
Yeah, it's a lot to wrap your head around, that's for sure. But I think that's the beauty of a deep dive like this. It's not just about understanding the technical details.
Yeah.
It's about exploring the bigger questions and grappling with the potential implications of this rapidly evolving technology.
Well said. And I think it's important to remember that the future of AI is not predetermined. It's something that we're actively shaping with every choice we make, every line of code we write, every experiment we conduct.
So, listener, as we wrap up this exploration into the world of brain-like AI, we leave you with this thought. The future is not something that simply happens to us. It's something we create together. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep those brains buzzing. Until next time, keep exploring the depths of knowledge.